One thing that I think about humans as a species is that we're incredibly selfish. And I don't mean selfish in terms of just what we're doing to the planet, but what I mean is basically we're selfish and that everything that we do, everything that we what we hold as, good or bad, or right or wrong, or those kind of things, it's all based on what will advance our species more. So it's like, more children are born. It's a great thing. Congratulations, a child is born. People are living longer. That's great news, good for the world. There's a big disaster. They always list like 45 people died or something. It's by numbers about what how many human beings have been lost or not, right? And that's kind of a way that people measure the loss or like to say the negative impact of something, whether it's a environmental thing or whether it's a violence thing or there's an accident of some sort or whatever. But I think they never say how many acres of forest may have been destroyed, or they never say how many in that situation how many cats may have died, or they never say how many native species may have been severely affected or anything like that. It's always just literally based on how many human lives were lost or how many people were injured or things like this, which I don't mean to sound cold that I don't care about people getting hurt or suffering or dying, but I think we have such a one-dimensional view about that stuff. I think everything is kind of set as a metric of human loss, whereas I just think it's kind of a really strange idea if you think about it. If you walk by and you see an ant colony. When I was little, the ants make a little mound of sand, and you're like, hey, look at this, is fun. You just take your foot and you kind of knock it over, and see the ants scatter, or maybe you step on a few of them, or there's a mosquito and you kill the mosquito or something, and that's not seen as like detrimental. I mean, obviously, it's a different level, but it's still like that way of thinking. I think we don't even realize how selfish we are in everyday life, all of us, me included. I don't know how to change people's mind about that, because it's ingrained in our culture, it's ingrained in our DNA. It's everything that we've ever been taught, or everything we've ever kind of learned is based on basically the main goal is our species surviving and replicating and becoming more abundant and more successful, living longer, being healthier, Yeah, I think technology, throughout history, I think technology has always been both a really positive thing and a really negative thing. So I look at technology in a very neutral way, personally. So I think, the Industrial Revolution, for example, is kind of the main reason why we have, the start of the main reason why we have such climate issues these days. So it's incredibly negative. At the same time, that's also the reason why we have modern culture, modern life in any way that we can consider it right now. So if there wasn't an Industrial Revolution or some equivalent, we wouldn't be able to sit here with a camera. We wouldn't be able to sit here in any sort of a space. We wouldn't be able to have even conversations, like that we can have. The education that we've received would be a radically different situation. We would still probably have a lot more focus on daily survival, I think, than we do now. The more technology advances, the more that we get comfortable and we have time that's freed up. Whether it's a laundry machine or whether it's a microwave or, any other technology that can take things that would normally take a lot of our time and energy. The technology do that for us, which is great. It gives us a lot of time and energy to put towards other things. And I think the more it goes down that line, I think people, I think naturally either go towards chaos and creating, whether it's violence or hacking or things like that, or they go towards creativity. And I think, so it's either creation or destruction.
Any ideas on how to...
Specifically for environmental things, I think, I think like the 12-year kind of deadline that's kind of been brought up by the UN, I think that's, of all the different reports that come out, I think that's the one that for me has been the most impactful, and I think for a lot of people has been the most impactful, if nothing else, because it's a deadline. It's quantified. There's 12 years that we have to kind of get things back where they should be, or at least in the right direction. And I think people work to deadlines way better than they do to kind of a vague gray cloud of things. So I think, I'm the same way. I'll have the best intentions of getting things done, something that's really important, crazy important to me, but I won't get it done if it doesn't need to be done immediately, and everything else always gets in the way. So I think anything we can do, anytime those reports come out, or any new data that comes out, or anything like that, the more that we can put deadlines, like not make an artificial deadline, but quantify something that we can understand that we have a certain amount of time until really bad things will start to happen, and maybe you could even put levels on that. So like level 1 danger are these things, level 2 danger after 15 years is these things, this kind of thing.